Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about breath work and why it's so important. So as many of you guys probably know, breathing is an involuntary movement by our autonomic nervous system. This is true, but conscious controlled breathing has been fine-tuned and learned to cognitively control in a way in which it has helped restore distressed nervous systems in a beneficial way that has helped with cognitive behavioral therapy, with anxiety, with PTSD, with fear responses. So today we're going to be talking about that. And I just wanted to bring up, if you guys ever have any topics that you want me to talk about, I would love to hear them, and I would love to really just touch upon what you guys are interested in discussing and talking about, and I would be happy to do so. So with that being said, breath work. So breathing. So breathing is a big component of yoga, and we talk about how every movement that we have should be paired with breathing. And as a personal trainer too, we talk about how during the contraction of a muscle, you breathe in, and in the relaxation of a muscle, you breathe out. So this is the same thing when it comes to yoga, in a sense of we get into a pose, we breathe into a pose. For example, a half moon. Breathe in, half moon, and then breathe out, open and expand. So in yoga, we talk a lot about breathing in as we reach into a posture, and breathing out as we open, expand, lengthen. A lot of those terms are used a lot when it comes to exhaling, versus inhaling is more of initiating, contracting that muscle. Same thing with personal training or whatever you're in the gym weightlifting. So in a way, we were able to consciously control that action, right? We were able to consciously recognize, okay, I'm getting into this movement. Okay, I'm getting into this pose. Let's breathe. Let's focus. And that conscious controlled breathing is able to help us be able to really get into the movement with a more rhythmic tone, a more controlled pace, a more comfortable way in which our body can exert the force of contracting and be able to relax. So in that sense, we need to make sure that we're breathing effectively, right? As someone who used to struggle with panic attacks, I have gained rein on my nervous system, and I've learned how to really dial back that stress response that we may be feeling in our throat, in our chest, in our stomach, because our nervous system can affect all of our body, right? So if we're able to understand how to control our breathing, understand how to be consciously aware and voluntarily aware of our breath, although breathing is autonomic, having that control can benefit us for quality of life and for overall exercise and well-being. And I also wanted to mention that with breathing, you want to make sure that it is a diaphragmatic breath. So what does that mean? It means you're breathing through your belly, up into your chest, and then in your throat. When you start to breathe through your chest only, it's more of a raspy, fast-paced inhale. We don't want that. We want a deep, full diaphragmatic breath. And with that breath, we're able to expand our belly, breathing in, expand our chest, and expand our throat. Properly learning how to breathe can help with day-to-day living and not just with exercise too. You can be able to really comfortably get into a meeting, get into a interview, get into a position where you're talking in front of a group of people and be able to anchor yourself. Breath is an anchor. Breath is a way in which we can comfortably sit within our body without tensing, without feeling stressed out, without holding back. We're able to sit more comfortably when we know how to breathe effectively. We're able to have less anxiety when we know how to breathe effectively. We're able to really understand the technique when we're working out so then we can feel comfortable with our exercise routines. So breathwork plays a big role in a lot of different avenues in our life, and in meditation, of course. So in yoga, breathing and meditation is very important. Dialing into that breath work, tuning into that mindfulness breathing helps us relax our body, focus on where we may still be holding tension, bringing that breath and awareness to that area, and letting go. So breath can be a lot about letting go too, because if we're able to let go and breathe into the space, we're able to relax, right? So everyone wants to be able to relax. So if we're able to understand the method behind breathing correctly, we will be able to relax more. We will be able to feel more at peace within our internal system, which will radiate outwardly. For example, if you are very, very stressed and more of a raspy breather, you may have a hard time with talking to people, with standing up in a crowd, with going to a social gathering, whatever it may be, or dealing with stressful life events. If you're able to recognize when your nervous system is starting to pick up its pace, your heart's racing, your chest breathing a little bit, and you're able to dial back and be like, hey, like let's take some deep breaths here. Let's fully breathe in through our belly and fully breathe out. And when we do this, we're able to become more aware of how we feel in our body. I've become more aware of my muscles and where I feel tense. But our breath can help us calm our mind and our chest and our nervous system. So having a whole paired way of awareness is important. When I come home and I wake up, I usually do yoga based off of how I feel in my body. And how I feel in my body is what I usually put out for a video that day. So the same thing should be when you are feeling tight in your chest, when you're feeling like you're not able to control your breathing. Become aware of that. Notice that. Bring awareness to your breath. Bring awareness to where you're holding tension, and focus on that breathing. Take a moment to close your eyes here. Breathe in through your nose. Hold it at the top for 3, for 2, for 1, and breathe out through pursed lips for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So doing things like that where you take a deep belly breath in, holding at the top, and taking a deep sigh out after holding it, you feel this gentle release of washing just enter through your mind and deliver through your body. It's an autonomic breath work technique. Yes, breathing is, but if you're able to dial into how to consciously control it, you will be surprised on the benefits. And overall, you're going to be able to function in a day-to-day living with more calmer, more inner peace, more confidence, and less anxiety. So again, if you guys have any other topics you want to talk about when it comes to yoga, health and wellness, fitness, let me and Pookie know. We'd love to be able to talk about anything. We like to make little yoga therapy sessions along with yoga sessions, so I can help as many people as I can out in the world that are interested in dialing back their anxiety and taking care of themselves. So with that being said, namaste, peace and love.